Hello, everybody.
What are you doing?
I'm on a spider web. And I'm going to climb. No, I'm not. Maybe I'll... No, I'm not going to do that. Today's episode is all about animal locomotion on Zoo EDventures. Steve's in front of the camera, Leslie's behind.
Good morning, everybody.
And it's so much fun to be able to share this type of episode with you. All about how animals locomote or move through their environment. Locomotion and movement, not the same thing. I can move, not very well, but I can move and not locomote. But watch me locomote through garden friends here at the North Carolina Zoo. Go under this and around that, and I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna go through. No, I'm not. I'm gonna climb up on no, I'm not gonna do that either. But you get the idea. Animal locomotion. And we're gonna take you to several spots throughout the zoo and talk about some different ways. Watch with us. So, digital friends, this is the skeleton of a snake. And you can see how Leslie's showing you the whole thing here. This whole body helps them move. Look at all those ribs and the backbone kind of put together. All of it helps them to slither around and move. And back here, this is the only part that's the tail. This back here is the only part that's the tail. The rest of it is all body up to here, the head. So all of that is for locomotion for the snake. But you can show the belly. Talk about those scales you see on the bottom. Those helps him move and locomote across the surface. Now this is a plexiglass box on purpose. This isn't a typical type of habitat. So we wanted you guys to see kind of how it's all set up first. Remember, snakes slither. All about locomotion today. But those that Leslie's showing you right now, those kind of, they dig into the substrate. They dig into the soil. They dig into a stump. And helps him move across or over that. And what we're going to do is we're going to open one side of this plexiglass box to see what Griffin. This is a northern pine snake, by the way. See if Griffin will come out and show you guys how that muscles work. What do you think, Leslie? You want to see if he'll come out?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what he'll do. I'm going to open both sides. Step around Leslie because I don't want to. Oh, okay, let's see what he's doing. What do you think, Griffin? What do you think, Griffin? How cool is that? Almost able to move over himself like that? And that's a smooth plexiglass bottom, guys, so he's able to move around on that smooth bottom with no problem at all. Locomotion in a different kind of way. How's that look down there, Leslie?
I think it looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's still sniffing. Now that box has been sanitized, I promise you, but let me give you a little behind the scenes on that. That used to be for prairie dogs. So you might want, that's unique.
It's also why you see all those scratches.
Yeah, that's true.
Prairie dogs love to dig.
Look at this skeleton. A little bit different, huh? This is of a frog. And since we're talking about locomotion, remember that locomotion, we've mentioned it before, moving through space. Not just moving, but moving through space. Look at me shaking my finger in the image there. Look at these legs. The legs of a frog are designed for jumping from one place to another, distances, covering large distances. So this is a frog. Leslie, can you show them the toad? So this is a toad. So some similarities, but look at the leg difference. Look at the difference in the shape of the legs. These guys are more for short hops and even walking. There's a whole program on the difference between frogs and toads that we could do. But we want to just talk about locomotion. And check this out so you can see the difference. Leslie's backing up. She knows what's coming up. We're going to put them together to show you the difference again. Look at those long jumping legs and shorter, stouter legs for hopping or even walking. We have a frog, so let's see what happens with the frog. All right, guys, I have Biggie. He's a Carolina gopher frog. Let's see if he hops for us today. He's like, oh, get off your hand, not quite yet. There you go, buddy. We have a hide. This isn't his normal home, as you might imagine. There's a hide in there. If he wants to get to it, he can go to that.
Yeah, maybe if you put his hide a little bit closer, he can kind of recognize that's a hide, you know.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. You on him?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Let's see if he wants to go to his hide. It is winter, so he knows it's, what am I doing hopping now?
Maybe a little bit
think
closer.
A little too far away?
Yeah.
All right. You're the frog boss. Ooh, I moved the whole thing. No. Come on, Biggie, what do you think? He's like, it's cold, Steve. That's what I think. All right. Well,
I don't want to use my energy. Oh, there he went.
Wait a minute. What was that? Oh, well, okay. Biggie hop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for that one. That was kind of fun. Great job, Biggie. Let's see what else we can find in the zoo. So I don't know what you were thinking, Leslie. We're talking about how animals locomote. Why did we come to the streamside habitat?
Fishy!
Fishes! Oh, I guess they do locomote. They do move through their water. That makes sense. Okay.
Fishy go swim.
I can understand the fishy go swim. So how about that, guys? Had you thought about it before? That fish locomote to get through the water, to get through their space. And it looks like we came up at the right time. Looks like maybe Keeper Allie threw some food in there. And look at some of the detail on the fish. Look at what they need to have that's different from you and me to help them locomote, help them move through the water. You can see that wonderful tail flipping back and forth. And all those fins helping them to either steer, propel through the water a little bit more. Big old sturgeon here. Look at that great shot. Tail flipping to propel them, push them through water. Can you think of any other animals at the zoo that are streamlined shaped like this? They kind of have a point and then a body and then it kind of tapers to the end. Kind of like a torpedo. Digital friends, any other animals at the North Carolina Zoo? Oh, a little bonk on the nose there. Yeah. That are shaped kind of like this? Maybe that live in the rocky coast habitat? Yeah, the seals and sea lions do that. They have that streamlined shape to push them through the water. Hey, Leslie, can you come over here? Let's see what the little fish are over here. So we're at Streamside. Again, Streamside is closed on today, and today is February 4th or 5th. 4th? So we're taping on the 4th. So I don't know if you can see on these. Can you show a close-up of the fins and stuff, maybe? Can you get that? To show our guests some of the adaptations fish have. There's a beautiful shot of a tail. Look at those fins. And isn't it kind of cool? They're able to kind of, using their fins, using their tail, stay stationary as well. You see some fish swimming right past that large animal. And other ones kind of staying pretty still. So wonderful adaptations to locomoting through the water found on our fish friends. How's that?
Yeah, it's kind of hard with only one beak.
Yeah, that's true, Leslie. Thank you for that. All right, guys. So another form of animal locomotion, getting through their environment, are birds and flight. And the wing is so important to birds in flight. There's a Victoria crown pigeon over there. Let's just show them the wing real quick before we kind of head out. This is kind of like the arm, right? You have the upper arm, kind of the elbow, comes down here to the bottom part of the arm. So they fly with their entire arm, their entire wing, and those feathers are really important. Yeah, they provide heat, cool or provide warmth. Yeah, they provide color, but they also provide shape. They're streamlined to be able to cut through the air. And we're going to try to show you some images of birds at flight in the North Carolina Zoo's aviary, but it wasn't as easy as we thought. Watch with us. Birds are a great example of animals that can locomote in a variety of ways. They can swim. Obviously, they can walk. And, as you guys all know, they can fly.
Not all of them.
Ah, good point, good point. Unless you said not all of them, that's true.
Let's see what else we can find.
Here's images of birds not flying, but still locomoting through their habitat.
Locomoting, not flying.
Oh, there's a white-headed buffalo weaver bird. Leslie, don't get lost. Remember, when you're in the aviary, you want to look up, look around. When you do look up, make sure you have your mouth closed, though. Buffalo weaver bird again. Pekin robin flitting around. That was a good demonstration of flight and hopping. Who would have thought you'd have a difficult time catching birds flying in an aviary that has over 100 birds in it? Jeez, that was fast. What part of the body are birds using to fly? It's like I'm on a nature documentary all of a sudden. Yeah, they use their wings, correct. Does that represent anything on a human? What would it be on us? What part of the body? The arms, yeah. We're going to contrast that with another animal that flies in a few minutes. But when birds fly, they use their entire arm to get going. And then those wonderful feathers, providing insulation, yeah, color, absolutely, but also that streamlined shape. We talked about it with fish. That streamlined shape to help them cut, essentially, through the air and not the water this time. So we went to the aviary to get some birds flying. We were able to show you some of the birds that were flitting around and flying around. Some that's kind of cool. Oh, just flew onto the branch there. And there he goes again. Using those wings to help them fly. That's a great call. That's kind of cool. Oh, the aviary is a great place, that's for sure. You guys remember that bird? There's your sun bittern. Laughing thrush hollering at the sun bittern. Other birds flitting around, but flying so fast I can't tell you who's who, guys. And those are your laughing thrushes. Coming over to say hi to the sun bittern. Whoa! Cacique just flew over. Beautiful black and yellow, bright yellow bird. I wonder what kind of a neighborhood discussion these two are having. These three. Oop. I think the sun bittern was like, you know what? This is my house. So you saw birds. Hopefully you saw some birds flying around. But this is another animal that flies through the air. What is that?
It's me in the reflection.
They can see you in the reflection? I'll tilt it a little bit. Did you say hi to everybody? Leslie's waving. What kind of animal is this? Wendy.
Notice those teeth.
This is a bat, guys. But the difference between a bat and a bird, the bat, I'll do it from the back, that has the arm. This is the arm. These are fingers. Are you kidding me? Those are fingers, guys. And when a bat flies, they use their fingers. I have a bigger image to show you. This is life-size, by the way. This is a giant fruit bat. Arm, like you and me. Arm, wrist, fingers. So when bats fly, they flap their fingers. What? So birds, where's your bat? Birds use the entire arm to get through the air, right? So they use the entire arm to get through the air as they're flapping, and kind of an upward and down motion at the same time. I can't do both of those. Bats, their arms aren't being, their fingers are what's flapping. Their fingers are what's flapping. Their scientific name means hand wing. So it's the hand That is their wing in Bat World. A whole nother way to locomote through the air. Hey everybody, remember all about locomotion in this taped episode, weird, about how animals locomote or move through their environment. We talked about a few. Can you see what's off my shoulder? Off this shoulder? This shoulder? This one?
Right the first time.
This one. What are those?
Your finger's covering them.
Well, sorry.
Thank you.
What's black and white and red all over?
A newspaper.
No, sunburnt zebras.
Good one.
Thanks. It's a good answer though. No, here we go. Zebras. How do zebras locomote? Remember, moving through space. Not just moving, but moving through space. How do they locomote? What do? They have 4 legs. And they run, right? Or they gallop, or trot, or walk. But they have those 4 legs that are doing it. But this is so crazy to me. How many toes do you have per foot? How many toes per foot help you move around?
I have 10.
Per foot?
Sorry.
If you can't see Leslie right now, she is red from here to here because that's all I can see. So 5-ish, right? Most of us have 5 toes per foot. Zebras, when they run on 1 toe. Check this out. How cool is that? Is that too high?
No, you're good.
Son, how's that?
Perfect.
Their hoof is a toe. And they run on that 1 toe. Everybody, even those of you that are a little bit older than the children that may be watching, stand on your tippy toes if you're loud. Leslie just did. You see her go up and goes back down? Yeah, they run on their tippy toe all the time. So each foot is 1 toe. Each foot is 1 toe. What's the benefit of that? What's the benefit of that?
Ballet.
Ballet? They can do pirouettes?
They're on point.
They're on point? They can do this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
That I can't do very well as a Steve Arena? Anyway, so why is that 1 toe? Why is being on a toe an advantage? Think about when you run. Think about when you run. Do you run on your heels? Do you run on your heels? You run on your flat foot? Nope. If you're really moving, you're up on your toes. So these guys, the zebra, and a lot of other quadrupeds, fancy science word, 4-legged animals, have their foot structures to help them run. And the zebra and many other hoof stock are on 1 or 2 toes all the time. Locomotion when running. So locomotion, animal locomotion, moving through space. Kind of like me climbing this rock. So locomotion. I'm gonna climb up this. No. I want to stay here. So the way animals locomote through a space, how they get from one point to another, not move, but how they go from point A to point B. We learned a lot of those. Slithering, flying, flapping, swimming, running, and I see some rocks I can climb and demonstrate locomotion because this one's too tall. I know better than that. So come over here, guys. I'm going to climb this one.
You did it!
And win the Locomotion Challenge. So your Zoo EDventures team, guys. Steve in front of the camera. Leslie was behind today.
Thanks for joining us.
Mondays and Wednesdays, tune in again. The zoo is open. Timed tickets. Make those reservations online. Wear your masks and stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.